Welcome back, Hordlings, to more Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse. Alright, George Stobart got left alone in this guy's library/study. Let's check some stuff out. Whoa. What do we got here? We got cabinets.
Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note. I picked up the business card. It read, Wilfred Hobbs, Fine Art Restoration. I made a note of the address. Then I put the card back where I'd found it. No point arousing Medovsky's suspicions.
Let's steal his coin, though.
See a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck. The note read, L. Serp drawings for you to check. W.H. Now we're cooking with gas. I wondered if the painting could be in the portfolio that Medovsky had taken. Everything was in Cyrillic, except for a number. 1869.
That's a good year.
I suspected the medals weren't from the Moscow Debating Society. It was a thank you note from a British politician. Medovsky certainly had some dubious friends. A Russian imperial egg. It looked rather plain.
I'd rather have a Russian Imperial Stout. What I'm saying. Alright, anyways.
It seems our Medovsky has friends in low places.
It's like my boss said, the guy wants to be a player.
The catch had snapped.
Let's try the coin on that.
By extraordinary good fortune, the coin I'd picked up was the perfect shape to flip open the broken catch. Fancy that. Keys are always useful. Romanovs. The same brand of cigarettes that were in the ashtray in Vera's security. Can you hear what they're saying?
Yes.
You should not have turned up here, Mr. Hobbs. I made it clear I would deliver the package later today.
I wanted to make sure it got to me all right. I've got a lot of work to do on it.
This is most inconvenient.
Medovsky's arguing with his visitor, Ops, about the portfolio.
That portfolio is important, I'm sure of it.
I am too. I'm also almost sure the game's gonna crash again soon, so better fucking save. This didn't crash in the DRM version that I played. It must be a Steam thing.
Hang on.
Listen, Hobbs, just take the portfolio and do your work. You are nervous, and I don't like that.
Understood. I have got a few questions, though.
I do not like questions either. Hurry up.
I noticed a couple of people arriving. Who were they? They look like coppers.
They were from the insurance company.
Has the...
Hobbs is going to head off with the portfolio. Whatever's in there is important. We need to stay with it.
I got Hobbs' address from his card. When we're done here, we should check it out.
Okay, Josh, but hurry. Medovsky will be back soon.
I'm gonna check out the study.
Okay.
Wow, there must be millions of dollars worth of art on these walls. The desk was magnificent.
Interesting.
Those two little holes were just waiting for me to put my fingers in. I resisted the urge. I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic.
All right, this is definitely tied to the desk.
A secret drawer popped open. I knew that publication date would be significant. At last, I was going to discover Medovsky's secrets.
So when you examine the typewriter, you examine the numbers at the top of the Cyrillic typewriter, and they give you numbers 1 through 0. Then you just match that to these symbols.
It certainly wasn't Medovsky's sock drawer. Hey, Nico! Come see this! I think we've struck gold.
Hang on, I'm coming.
You get Count
Look,
Leo has the answer
a
achievement
letter
here.
from a guy called Gainan. His company, Wolfram, want to purchase La Maledizio. They're offering way over the asking price.
Anything connecting Medovsky to Vera?
Well, let's see. Here we go. A lease for Vera's security.
Aha! Then we have the proof we need.
Hang on, what's this? Expenses for a Mr. Shears. Waterloo Motors, 1 helmet. These are from Paris. Madame La Trex. Hotel Britannique. Pizza. Nico. Pizza. I think your friend Shears might just be Henri's killer.
Georges, what have we got ourselves into? I just heard the front door close.
Oh, shit.
Medovsky's coming.
Medushki's coming.
Everything back in order, quick!
Right.
Moments later. Darn.
He'll never suspect we just ransacked his house for evidence.
Georges, the coin!
Damn, no time. Look cool, Nico. I'll handle this.
I apologize for the lengthy wait. As you can imagine, my time is at a premium.
That's fine, Mr. Medovsky. I think we're almost finished anyway.
And payment?
Very soon, monsieur. Very soon.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Nice collection of medals you have there, Mr. Medovsky.
I earned them serving my country.
Anywhere interesting?
Chechnya. Ever been there?
No, can't say I've had the pleasure. Is that a first edition of War and Peace?
Of course. Printed in 1869. A great year for my country's literature. And Tolstoy is the master.
All right.
Now, please, if you're quite finished. I'm a busy man.
Thank you for your time, Monsieur Medovsky. We'll be in touch soon.
Well, no prizes for guessing where we go now.
Hobbs' place, right?
Got it in one. Medovsky's pretty shady, don't you think?
He bought our act, though. You make a pretty good insurance man, Georges.
Yeah, who'd have thought it?
By the time he realizes we're not assessing his claim, we'll have cracked the case and be toasting our success.
Here's hoping. Looks like rain.
Come on, let's get that cab. Taxi?
A short taxi ride later.
I think we just stepped off the London tourist trail.
I guess this Hobbs character doesn't like visitors.
Not the kind of place you'd expect to find a restorer of old masters.
Unless you didn't want to attract attention.
He's attracted ours. Let's see what Mr. Hobbs knows about La Maledicción.
And let's try and get a look inside that portfolio.
Let's save our game before it crashes.
It was Hobbs's mailbox. There was a note hanging out.
That's totally legal.
For a
Let's check it
second,
out.
I debated the morality of mail snooping. It was a short debate, and I won.
Look at the letter, George.
I decided to open the letter. Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing to inform you that we will no longer be sending models to your address. It went on to discuss Hobbs's temper and other alleged infractions, some of which still carry the death sentence in certain less sophisticated cultures. Interesting. This could come in useful.
Let's examine the van. Or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I popped open the van's hood. The van's hood was already open.
Okay. Got some whiskey.
Slosha. The engine was held together by rust and dirt. Everything was covered in a sticky film of dirty black oil. Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was one of two horns in the van. It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. Two wires hung loose from it. A loose wire hung from the right-hand horn. A loose wire hung from the horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn.
Spare cable.
Piles of junk, mostly boxes of old paints and scraps of picture frames. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes.
Nice
George
ringtone.
Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Of course, Inspector.
Good. You clearly know which side your cookie is buttered. Now, I require your presence tomorrow at the murder scene for a reconstruction.
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say, high noon.
Sure.
Any failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily rendered. Have a nice day now.
All right, you
And
fucking weirdo.
you.
Later. Later, alligator.
That was Nave. We're required back at the gallery tomorrow for a crime scene reconstruction.
Let me guess. Non-attendance is a criminal offense?
You got it. I had found just what I needed. 2 lengths of wire.
Booyah. The Van Bonnet. Never knew what that was until I played this game. The bonnet. We call it the fucking hood. Or the... Yeah, the hood.
The engine bay was a mess. I snipped the wire in half. The wire was just long enough to connect the battery to the horn. I connected the wires from the cab to the horn.
Alright, let's get our long wire out here.
Everything was wired up. The horn had power.
Let's honk this son bitch.
I figured that should get Hobbs' attention.
All right, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to with my van?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now, what are you doing in my yard?
Are you Wilf Hobbs, the renowned restorer?
I might be, and I might not. You never heard of a telephone? I'm busy. Now hop it.
Oh, I'll ring this motherfucking horn all day long.
He's not.
I decided to...
For crying out loud, will you leave my van alone?
Sorry, just need a quick word, Mr. Hobbs.
Let's ask him about the modeling agency letter.
Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency.
About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You better come up. About time you two showed up.
Hello, Mr. Hobbs. I was just wondering if...
Can it, Goldilocks? I don't have time for chit-chat. Just get undressed behind that screen.
Whoa!
Undressed?
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was freezing.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll just use that. Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best Belle Epoque floozy.
Nico's ready.
That's perfect. Just hold it there.
Nico made for a good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that portfolio.
We got a screen over here.
My, if it isn't George Stobart.
Lady Piermont. Oh my. You're
Naked? Of course. As an artist's muse, one often finds oneself en pelotas.
God
Now,
damn.
George, don't be shy.
Titty
Come
scraping
here
the
and
flow.
Give me a big hug.
That day was the day the nightmares had begun.
The day the nightmares began.
Choking on lavender.
George, darling, pass me my robe. It's terribly cold in here.
Oi, what are you doing with a blooming robe on? God help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in here.
Lady Piermont and I had met before. She was larger than life, in every way. Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, let's fuck with the thermostat.
Hey! Leave that dial alone.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, pal, I know it's brass monkeys in here, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it. Her Majesty will just have to get used to chapel hat pegs.
Lady
Oop.
Piermont, Mr. Hobbs won't let me turn up the heating.
God
Well,
damn it, Mr.
we'll
Hobbs.
soon see about that.
Oh shit, here she comes. Cougar tits.
If you do not adjust the heating,
Watch
I
out for
shall
cougar
refuse to
titties.
cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take the strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Oh, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting George here turn up the heating.
Oh, go ahead then. But be careful. The power in here is temperamental.
I turned the thermostat up as far as it'd go. I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage.
Probably, but we gotta save our game before the shit crashes.
Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen one of those for years. The stereo was switched off. Adjusting the volume wasn't going to make any difference.
Shit.
I turned the volume up a few notches.
Fuse box, stool.
It was a shaky old elevator that would once have lifted goods between the floors.
Oh, you. Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
Blowing the power would certainly have distracted Hobbs, but the elevator alone wasn't going to trip the whole system.
We need all kinds of shit. But I see an empty glass next to Hobbs, so let's fill her up. Whiskey glass. I have a bottle of whiskey. It makes sense. Let's fill it.
How about a top up, Mr. Hobbs?
As I do.
A word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
Lady Piermont, we need your help.
How thrilling! What do you need? Subterfuge? Leisure domain?
Actually, I just need you to step on that lift behind you.
Oh, but of course. Is this good, George, darling?
Perfect. Now, just stay right there.
This is kind of mean, but let's see if this lift will lift this bitch. Welcome to the lift ghetto. We got it. Oh.
Oh, not again.
I decided to wait until Hobbs was painting again. That would annoy him the most.
This is going to be one of those days.
A straw had broken the camel's back. Hobbs was
Whoa, off of one drink.
Now was my chance.
Hey, get your ass over there and do something.
Well, it wasn't La Maledictio, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting, the Ouroboros. There was something different about the image in the center. I figured the sketch might come in handy, so I took it.
What the heck? I told you that portfolio was private.
Huh?
Not anymore, baby.
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private dick, George.
So, you're not models?
No, Mr. Hobbs.
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough. So what the blazes are you doing in my studio?
We're investigating the theft of a painting, La Maledictio, by the Spanish artist El Serp. One of these sketches is a study of that painting.
Well, sure, but what's that got to do with that? I'm a restorer, and I restored it. I've got naught to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Hang on a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. Le Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
Damn right it's not. Let's go soft.
We're not accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbs. We just want to get to the bottom of this.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can, but this mess is way above my pay grade.
We have reason to believe that Madovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Maledictio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Madovsky is not the real owner.
You'll have a hard time proving that. Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
Why didn't Madovsky mention him?
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them. Or had them.
And Henri is dead.
So ask his partner.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out hunky-dory.
But it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you, get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
and we have a critic to interrogate.
Someone's lying, but who?
Is it the gangster or the old Spaniard?
The painter or the art critic?
They're all a bunch of lying bastards.
reconstruction.
What about the evidence from Medovsky's house? Will you give it to Nave?
Fuck
I
no.
think I should.
No,
And
don't do
I
it,
can put
George.
the squeeze on Lane. Ask him
Don't
about
do
the
it.
provenance.
Good.
That's a bitch.
I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is
Stop
heating up,
saying that.
and I want to make sure he keeps me on it.
No one calls
Taxi?
me Ronnie anymore. A short flight later.
Here I was again at the crime scene. Inside the gallery, I could see lots of activity.
Run, Georgie, run. Hide from the evil.
There we go. We talked to the robot. Galley
Nico and
Dorta.
I had a good idea who the killer was. Now all we had to do was persuade Nave.
You gotta be fucking really shitting me, dude. Seriously?
Nico and I had a good idea who the killer was. Now all we had to do was persuade Nave.
Try not to fuck up.
Sir, I already tried starting it up. I think it's broken.
Nonsense, Moo. This machine has the power of 10 investigators.
But investigators never fail to start up, sir.
Your pessimism is duly noted, Moo. But have faith. This machine will analyze the scene, compute the data, and deduce everything for us. The location of the second shooter will be a mystery no more. One moment.
A marvel indeed, sir. Though at the moment it is kaput.
Your pessimism has obviously infected the circuitry, Moo. Let me think for a moment.
If I could just...
Shh! Eh bien, Moo, now try realigning the laser
You guys are
matrix.
dick pickles.
Sir, I have no idea what that is.
Move over, Moo. Now, let me see. Oscillating reverberator? Check. Refraction spectrometer? Check. Now, what can I do? Ah, Monsieur Stobart, it's only you. Glad you could finally make it.
Inspector,
I'm gonna punch this guy in the
I've got
dick.
some good news and some bad news.
Oh, yes? I shall be the judge of that.
I think I know who the killer is.
Really?
Yep, he's a gardener called Shears living in London.
Fascinating. And the good news?
We don't need to do your reconstruction.
You joke with me, Monsieur Stobart.
It's not a joke. This guy Shears was working for a Russian ex-mobster. It's all part of a highly complex fraud.
Gardeners, KGB, fraud. You are a fantasist, monsieur. And I have no time for fantasy. Reality is my suitcase, as you Americans say. Now, stand over there and keep out of trouble until the others arrive.
Well, who are we waiting for?
Mademoiselle Collard and Father Simeon, please. I am very busy. Ah, Moo, a clever choice. But no cigar for you. Try the red.
Mon Dieu!
Lane.
Stobart.
Stobart.
What do you think of Nave?
He's a
The
dick.
man is a buffoon. I have better things to do than wait for these idiots to get their forensic whatnot to work. The only silver lining is that Navet seems more annoyed than I am.
I gather you're the man to ask about the provenance for the painting.
For La Malediccio? Well, you have been busy, haven't you, Stobart?
I'd like to see it.
So speak to Bijou. She took care of the business side of the gallery. The provenance is in the office safe. She has the key.
Lane was a pushover when you had him cornered. Though it looked like Bijou hadn't been completely honest with me after all. I needed to pay her another visit. What's the deal with that device over there?
It's a farce. They've been trying to get it working for hours.
Looks like something out of a 50s sci-fi movie.
It probably is.
Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Come on, man. Let me save
Sir,
my fucking game.
I think we are ready to fire her up.
Yes, Moo. I was just about to say the same thing. Do it. Moo, what have you done?
Pardon me, sir, but I believe it was you who said...
This is no time for blame. You have broken the machine.
Mon Dieu.
Let's get out of here.
Stobart. Monsieur Stobart, you will not leave until this is over. Understood?
But
Oh,
I just
great.
need to...
This is a reconstruction. You will remain here until I have concluded my investigations. Do I make myself clear?
Okay, clear. I considered making a run for it, but forcing Moo to chase me would have been cruel. And it would have been silly to risk my investigation. Better to play along with Nave and get the reconstruction over as quickly as possible. Inspector Nave. What seems to be the problem?
Monsieur Stobart, if Paris' finest cannot get this very expensive and very complex machine to work, then I doubt if an insurance salesman can.
I'm an insurance assessor, actually.
Oh, I see. Well, la-di-da to you, monsieur.
Oh, yeah? Well, la-di-da to you back.
Whatever. You are neither qualified nor clever enough to operate such an instrument.
Like us.
What was that, Moo?
I said, unlike us, sir.
Kick this guy in the ass. He's a puss. Let me figure this shit out.
I was
There's a
sure
power
I
cord.
could get the machine to work.
Let's follow the power cord.
The plug was already pulled out of the socket.
Alright, we'll make shit worse.
Inspector Nave. I know this sounds obvious, but are you sure it's plugged in?
Monsieur Stobart, do you really think I would be so stupid as to not check the fundamentals?
We all make mistakes.
What a ridiculous generalization, monsieur. Look, I can see from here it's... Ah,
Do you need assistance, sir?
very funny, Mo. One moment.
That got rid of him. Now is my chance.
George Stobart to
I was
the
going to have to
rescue.
figure that out quickly. Time to get the show on the road.
That'll give you the CSI.
See, Moo?
Diluted
I knew
achievement.
I would get it working.
I'm not sure that you...
Precisely. You knew my superior intellect would win through in the end.
Yes, sir. Sir, I beg your pardon, but I think there is a teeny snag.
Go on.
We have no victim.
Good God, Moo. Are you suggesting I kill someone for the sake of this reenactment?
No, sir. Just saying we need a body, sir.
Ah, yes. I see. You'll make a detective yet, Moo. I, of course, foresaw this, and I nominate you.
Me? Well, I'm not dead.
Have you ever acted, Monsieur Stobart?
Well, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I went down a storm playing the lead in Cat on a Felt-Tip Roof last summer.
You played the cat?
No.
So, not the lead. Half-truths again, monsieur. Nevertheless, here is your chance to play a real lead role.
But he looks nothing like the victim, sir.
Oh, damn it, Moo. Must you find problems all the time? Let me think of a way to make this work.
Relying on Nave's problem-solving skills could mean a long, long wait. I had to find something to make me more like Henri. I'll have a look around. Maybe I'll find something.
Yes, you do that. Verisimilitude is the key, Stobart.
I was kind of hoping we'd be running from boulders and poisonous snakes at this point in a deep, dark cavern. But here we are yet
You
3
have
hours
arrived at
later,
last.
where we've begun the game. Not super exciting so far with this game.
Please, make yourselves comfortable. We are just making some last-minute adjustments.
Father Simeon, Nico.
Hi, Josh.
Welcome to the asylum.
Let me guess. Nave is overjoyed we've solved the case and he's putting us up for an award.
Not quite. I told him about Shears and Medovsky. He says it's fantasy.
But that's crazy.
Tell me about it.
So what do we do now?
Carry on anyway, and nail Medovsky.
What about Nave?
Ignore him.
And this charade?
The reconstruction? Well, sooner it starts, sooner it's over. It's Nave's baby. Supposedly, it's going to analyze the crime scene and tell us what happened.
But we already know what happened.
Sure we do. But Nave doesn't.
Quiet, please! How can I concentrate with all this racket going on?
Lane was right. Nave was an idiot.
All right, let's go back
The best
into
place
the
to find all
office.
these things was in his office. On the head of the statue was a pair of Henri's glasses. Maybe, just maybe, the glasses would make me look like Henri.
Let's get him.
I found these glasses of Henri's.
Stole or found? Never mind. That might just do it. Come on, everyone, into position. I want everyone to stand precisely where they were when the victim died.
This process is ridiculous.
God moves in mysterious ways, Father.
Indeed. And the devil makes work for idle hands, Mr. Stobart.
Shh! Stobart, you are supposed to be dead. Please be dead more quietly.
I tried to tell Navet the truth about his bloodstain.
Didn't he believe you? You're a man of God.
His faith is in science, Mr. Stobart, not God.
Father?
Yes, my son.
Last time we met, you said the stolen painting was evil.
Let me explain. I'm a Dominican, Mr. Stobart. The Dominican order was founded to seek out and destroy heresy.
Why?
Because heresy is evil.
Okay.
For 1,000 years we have fought against heresy. Indeed, our enemies gave us a nickname, the Hounds of God. Dominicanis, Dominican, you see?
Very clever.
Now this painting, the Benedictio, is without doubt heretical.
Whoa, hold on. How can a painting be heretical?
Because it is filled with Gnostic imagery. And Gnostics are heretics.
What kind of imagery?
Evil imagery. The Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail. Images of false saints.
Ouroboros.
Saints.
So you think the painting itself is evil?
It trails murder in its wake, Mr. Stobart.
Murder is police work, monsieur. Silence, please, both of you. Monsieur Stubble.
Yes, Inspector?
You are fiddling.
I just wanted to show Father Simeon.
Well, don't. You are supposed to be dead. The dead do not move. They do not talk. And they certainly do not fiddle. So, please, stay in character. Important science is occurring.
Navet wasn't going to let me show the priest anything, but that wouldn't stop me talking to him. The Ouroboros, what exactly is it?
It is a Gnostic symbol. It marks something that is hidden. There are trees illustrated within the Ouroboros. They symbolize knowledge. So the Ouroboros alludes to hidden knowledge. The painting must be destroyed to stop this knowledge being revealed.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That is the first set of results completed. Only 36 more to do. Please remain in position while we reset the machine. You may relax and talk amongst yourselves.
Who are these false saints?
Gnostic saints, not beatified by the Church. They question orthodoxy, lure the unwary down dark paths of forbidden knowledge, and condemn innocent souls to the fires of damnation.
You mean like a Black Sabbath album?
Vade retro satana.
What's the matter?
It is worse than I thought.
What is it? It's just a sketch.
Not just a sketch. The painting.
I wondered if it was something I'd said.
I have to get out of here. Now.
Father Simeon, I forbid you to leave. This is an
man,
official
fuck this guy.
investigation.
Don't you
Punch him in
understand?
his big dick nose.
A great evil is upon us. The painting is evil. The heretical
you that's
Gnostics
Ronnie.
in league with the devil himself.
The devil?
Don't you
Look how
understand?
good looking he is.
The tabula veritatis. The
Gotta be
tablet
him.
of truth. It is real.
Well, someone is upset. Pressing your witnesses a little too hard, Inspector Navet?
And you are? This is official police business?
Richard Langham, Interpol.
Oh,
Serious
it's Richard
outfit.
Langham.
We
Not
spoke on
Ronnie.
the phone, Inspector.
Fuck this puss.
Yes, sir. Oh, you didn't say you would be attending my crime scene.
What exactly is this machine, Inspector?
A little invention of mine, Monsieur Langham. It will compute whose blood this is on the floor, and...
Not to worry, Inspector. Perhaps you could move aside? I'm intrigued to see what you're up to.
Ah, of course. It is rather groundbreaking.
Pizza box. It looks like your suspect was a Hawaiian, Inspector.
A Hawaiian? Mon Dieu. Mo! Get onto the Hawaiian embassy straight away. There is a surf killer on the loose. Alert the airports and the surf shops.
Sorry, Inspector. I mean, Hawaiian pizza. Your blood stain is a pizza sauce.
Oh, shit.
You fool! Forget
You're
the
a
surf
douche.
shops. Get onto the Italian embassy.
Welcome to the
This
douchebag
has
ghetto.
Mafia written all over it.
Nah, Inspector, if you don't mind, I'd like to speak to your witnesses. And in the meantime, perhaps you should try and get your
Yeah,
priest
perhaps
back.
you should fuck off.
Madame Collard, Mr. Stobart, I assume. Can I buy you chaps a coffee?
Langham sounded a little more on the ball. Maybe he'd bring a dose of common sense to the case.
So, Inspector Nave brought me up to speed and told me about you guys.
I can guess what he said. But what's your interest in the robbery?
I've been tracking a gang of art thieves for some time, and this looked like a good lead. But Nave is worse than useless. I was hoping you might be able to help.
We're flattered.
Just doing our jobs.
We all are, or at least trying to. So, maybe we can help each other. I gather you insured the exhibition.
That's right, and we're liable to lose a packet.
Any leads so far?
Maybe. There's a Russian guy called Madovsky who turns out to be the owner of the painting.
Madovsky?
You know him?
Oligarch, oil, art, aluminium. Ex-KGB. Very nasty. You need to be careful. Madovsky's dangerous. He kills anyone who gets in his way.
For a cop, Langham seemed okay. Trouble with doing deals with cops, there's usually a payback down the line. But I figured that'd be a price worth paying to bring down Madovsky. We found evidence that links Madovsky to the company that installed the security at the gallery.
Interesting.
And one of his men, a guy called Shears, was in Paris on the day of the robbery.
Really?
We also found a letter from someone called Gainan wanting to buy the painting from Madovsky.
Gainan? The name rings a bell? Did you find anything else about him?
No, we were in a hurry.
What about the priest?
He's a pendejo.
Ah, the good Father Simeon. Well, something spooked him, that's for sure.
So I gather.
He kept saying La Maledizio was evil.
Perhaps he's right. It certainly caused evil, hasn't it? I'll take leads from anyone, Mr. Stobart, even a crazy priest. Let's keep in touch. Thank you for your help. Coffee's on me, or rather, on Interpol. Miss Collard, Mr. Stobart.
So, George, what do you think?
Interesting. He seems to be on top of things.
I agree.
You know, Nico, this could start getting dangerous.
You think Langham's right about Madovsky?
Well, he appears to be on the ball.
I thought he was cute.
He was English, Nico. They're all cute to you.
Hidden depths, too.
Oh, yeah? What about my hidden depths?
You showed me those long ago, Georges.
Well, I'm off home to write up the story so far. You?
I need to pay Bijou another visit. She's not been completely honest with me.
Oh, Bijou, you lying bitch.
Bijou had told me she didn't have anything to do with the business. But Lane said the opposite. One of them was lying. Bijou, it's George again. There was no point in buzzing Bijou again. She'd already unlocked the door.
Cool, let's go.
The air was heavy with incense and alcohol.
Oh, Bijou.
Reminded me of the
Broken
old alma
records,
mater.
too. Bitch got crazy.
What happened?
Josh,
Snorting
please help
cocaine.
me.
She's all fucked up.
I'm lost.
Crazy bitch.
Oh, help me. You must help me.
What's wrong, Bijou?
I can't play our song. I've lost Henri and now our song.
You mean the record? How did it happen?
I stumbled and trod on it by mistake.
Mm-hmm. You're a lying hooker.
Lane tells me you've got the provenance. That you did all the paperwork for the gallery.
Oh dear, my head is going round and round and round.
Bijou, I need to know.
All the papers are in the safe. In the gallery office. Stop asking all these questions.
What song was it, Bijou?
I'm lost without it. Lost.
The name of the song, Bijou.
Jasmine. It was
Jasmine?
a song.
That song
I'll
sucks.
see what I can do. Who sang the song?
My darling Henri, of course. You got to #2 in the Swedish charts. I was so proud. Get me another one, George. Oh, please tell me you will.
I guess I can try.
Oh, you're a darling.
I felt terrible. I was anything but a darling. All I was really after was the key to the safe.
Please help me.
I arrived back at the shopping arcade.
Hey-o.
The Vera's shutters were down again. The police had probably cleared it out. I had a closer look at Bassam's stock.
Check it out, George. I've had quite a stock update, and I've got to say the metrics on some of this stuff is startling.
They looked interesting. A stack of those cards that play music when you open them. They looked interesting. Hey, Bassam, how's business?
Good to see you, George. Gotta say, the new branding's hitting the demographic right between the eyes.
Sold anything?
This is a soft market, George. Look to the margins. Look to the margins.
Does one of your cards play the song Jasmine?
Sounds familiar. Let me check the database. I think that's by the Hairy Lobsters.
Shit, that's a terrible band name.
Aha! Here it is.
How much?
It's yours. If you mention my shop to 3 other people.
Done. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
Back to Bijou's apartment. We really do need to wrap up the episode, folks.
The door was locked.
Oh, fuck.
Yes?
Bijou, it's...
Alright, and we'll see you in the next episode of Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Ghost.